Word is out that the highly anticipated sequel to the 2017 American action comedy film, The Hitman's Bodyguard, has just dropped its first trailer this month of April. The action-packed comedy film was such a hit when it premiered back in 2017, and the movie grossed $180 million worldwide. Despite receiving mixed reviews, critics praised Reynolds' performance and chemistry in the film. However, it fell short of the cliched plot. Nevertheless, the film was popular enough that a sequel was made for the character's return on the big screen, which also includes a few new faces. Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back once again to our channel. In today's episode, we'll be sharing with you all the facts and info we managed to round up regarding the sequel of The Hitman's Bodyguard movie. So for today's video, we'll be discussing with you everything you need to know about the new Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard movie that's coming to theaters soon. But before we get into it, make sure you've already hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel with the notifications on so you won't miss any of our new uploads. A refresher of the first movie, The Hitman's Bodyguard. For those of you who've forgotten the first movie, here's a little refresher on what happened in it, or some info if you just haven't watched it yet. The movie revolves around the story of Michael Bryce, a veteran UK-based private bodyguard who is pretty proud of his work ethic and accomplishments until a client of his, Takashi Kurosawa, dies under his watch. Disgraced in his profession, Bryce lives out his life protecting drug-addicted corporate executives in London instead. Simultaneously, the notorious dictator of Belarus, Vladislav Dukovich, is called into court to face trial for crimes against humanity at the International Criminal Court. But since they're unable to secure concrete evidence from his crimes, they're left to rely on Darius Kincaid to testify against his crimes. Kincaid is a fellow notorious hitman and has agreed to testify in exchange for his wife Sonia's release from prison. Kincaid is escorted by Interpol agent Rousel, who also happens to be Bryce's ex-girlfriend, but on the way to court, they are ambushed by men who want Kincaid dead. With Rousel's team wiped out, he takes Kincaid to an Interpol safe house and hires Bryce to protect Kincaid en route to the court trial since she doesn't want other people knowing about Kincaid's whereabouts for fear of a rat snitching on his whereabouts and leading to another ambush. The two hitmen are constantly at each other's throats, but this time they may need to set aside their differences for Kincaid to make it safely to testify in court. At the end of Hitman's Bodyguard, we saw Kincaid testifying in court and him being hauled off in prison with his wife Sonia finally being freed as agreed upon. But it wasn't long before Kincaid breaks free from Belmarsh prison several months later to meet up with Sonia and celebrate their anniversary in a bar at the Honduras, and Bryce makes up with his ex-girlfriend. What's the storyline of The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard? From the title itself, we can derive that the sequel's storyline heavily involves Sonia, as she's the hitman's wife. From the trailer that dropped recently, we learned the new film takes place 4 years after the events of the first film, and we see Bryce surprisingly continue his friendship with Kincaid. As seen in the trailer, it starts with Bryce being awarded as the Bodyguard of the Year in a prestigious ceremony, and his moment was cut short, with the sound of Kincaid's laughter and claps in the background. Flash forward to a few more scenes, and we see Bryce talking to his therapist about his stress over his strange relationship with Kincaid. As a result, he was advised to take a sabbatical and enjoy life fully. But that didn't last long, as we see Bryce relaxing by the pool with a book in his hand and headphones on. The scene behind him involves a gunfight, and once again he is roped into Kincaid's business, and this time it's his wife Sonia who hauls him in, since Kincaid is once again at the hands of the enemy. Who's returning for the sequel? Ryan Reynolds. Of course, Ryan Reynolds will be returning to reprise his role of Michael Bryce, albeit a bit more stressed out than in the first movie, since his butt just got involved once again in Kincaid's trouble. Reynolds is famously known for his commercial success in portraying Marvel's favorite anti-hero, Deadpool. Reynolds has a couple of movies that got pushed back and are set for release this year, with the first one being The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. He's also starring alongside Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot in the action comedy film Red Notice that tells the story of an Interpol agent who attempts to hunt down and capture the world's most wanted art thief. The other movie is an action action comedy called Free Guy, where he plays a non-playable character that soon becomes the hero of the game. Samuel L. Jackson. Known for his dirty mouth and commanding presence, Samuel L. Jackson is coming back to portray Darius Kincaid. Jackson is regarded as one of the most popular actors in his generation, and any movie with him in it is sure to become a blockbuster hit, which also makes him one of the highest paid actors in the world. Like Reynolds, Jackson himself is pretty busy with various movie releases set this year after being delayed due to the global health situation. In fact, he's got 3 other movies lined up for release this year aside from this film. Jackson will be lending his voice to a character named Jimbo in the upcoming animated comedy film entitled Blazing Samurai, which is based on Mel Brooks's seminal 1974 Western comedy film Blazing Saddles. He's also starring in the action thriller film The Asset, where he acts alongside Maggie Q and Michael Keaton. The 3rd film he's set to release this year is the horror thriller film entitled Spiral, which is about a sadistic mastermind who unleashes a twisted form of justice in Spiral, the terrifying new chapter from the book of Saw. Salma Hayek. Characterized by her seductive, deep voice and curvaceous figure, Hayek often portrays strong-willed, independent women, which made her loved by the media all the more. Hayek also has 2 other films set to release this year, with the action-adventure drama film Eternals that revolves around the story of a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilizations. Her other project is the drama thriller House of Gucci, where she acts alongside Jared Leto, Al Pacino, and Adam Driver in the story of how Patrizia Reggiani, the ex-wife of Maurizio Gucci, plotted to kill her husband, the grandson of renowned fashion designer Guccio Gucci. Antonio Banderas. Taking on the villain role in the film is the Spanish actor Antonio Banderas, who rose to fame after playing the iconic role of the masquerading vigilante Zorro in the late 1990s. Also an acclaimed director, producer, and singer, Banderas has several prestigious awards under his belt, which include a Cannes Best Actor Award, a European Film Award for Best Actor, the Goya Award for Best Actor, and the New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Actor. He's also nominated in several awards, such as 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, 5 Golden Globe Awards, as well as a nomination for a Tony Award. Aside from this Hitman Wife's Bodyguard, he's also releasing another film entitled Uncharted this year, which stars Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, and Bryan Cranston. Morgan Freeman. Veteran actor, film director, and narrator Morgan Freeman will also be joining the cast of characters in an undisclosed role as of now. We all know him for playing God, or even just as the voice of God, and he has appeared in various films of different genres, but Freeman is particularly known for his distinctive deep voice. A multi-awarded actor, Freeman is the recipient of an Academy Award, a Golden Globe Award, and a Screen Actors Guild Award. Freeman is also set to release 3 other movies this year, such as the action thriller film entitled Vanquish, where he plays a retired cop who forces an ex-drug courier to do his bidding, the romantic comedy film Coming to America, where he acts alongside Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, and finally the documentary Rita Moreno, Just a Girl Who Decided to Go For It. Frank Grillo. American actor Frank Grillo is also cast in the film in an undisclosed role. Known for portraying the supervillain Brock Rumlow, or Crossbones, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe films, he played the leading role in the 2014 horror action film The Purge: Anarchy. He's also set to release 4 other movies this year, including the sci-fi action film Cosmic Sin, the western thriller No Man's Land, the action film Panama, where he will also star with Morgan Freeman, the crime drama Body Brokers, and the action sci-fi Boss Level, where he plays a retired military operative who finds himself in a never-ending time loop on the day of his death. Who's responsible for filming and production? Months after the first film's release, Reynolds, Jackson, and Hayek were announced to be in talks reprising their roles in a sequel to the first movie back in May 2018. Patrick Hughes was also tapped once again to serve as the film's director, with Tom O'Connor writing the script. Actors Grillo, Freeman, and Banderas were announced to join the cast back in March 2019, where filming also started in Europe. They filmed in several different locations, such as Italy, Croatia, Slovenia, Bulgaria, and the United Kingdom. When and where can I watch The Hitman Wife's Bodyguard? The Hitman Wife's Bodyguard was originally set for a theatrical release on October 28, 2020, but due to the global health situation, it was pushed back to a later date of August 20th, 2021, before it was finalized for a theatrical release on June 16, 2021. And that pretty much covers everything you need to know about the new Hitman Wife's Bodyguard movie. If you're heading to the nearest theater to watch this, make sure you're observing the necessary health protocols and keep safe out there. Before you go, make sure you've already clicked the like button as well as the subscribe button for more content like this. And don't forget to hit that alarm bell so you'll be notified as soon as we have a new video uploaded. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next time.